All right, folks, we're back up. I just wanted to take a few minutes to start getting prepared for floor presentation on S100 from our perspective. I put myself down as lead reporter, but I'm hoping that I'm going to read the list of the housing material in the sections, and folks who would like to participate in the report. Everybody's welcome to participate in the report. I'd like to be doing the dull stuff, like when this floor presentation happens. I think I would start by kind of glossing over all of the stuff that is in the zoning, the first half of the bill, the first 2/3 of the bill, and give a synopsis of that. And then I would start yielding the floor to other people. So I'm just going to go down. I have a list of the sections that we have currently in the bill. Does not yet include the amendment that we voted on yesterday. And rather than me asking you quietly, like, would you like to do the section? I'm just going to say something, and if anybody wants to raise their hands and say this is what I want to do, then and we'll see how far we get with that process. And if I need to ask people quietly, then I will. But we're coming to the end. I'd like this to be anybody who would like to be able to report something on the floor. This is really the main bill to do it. We have a couple others, but we have, so here we go. Is that okay? Everybody know when I'm going to start ripping off?
I'm out.
Okay.
As somebody voted no. So.
That said, when it's for presentation, you can present if you would like. Okay. Got to get your bill out there, Joe.
Yeah.
Got to get your bill presentation.
Well, at some point,
Yep. All right, so I just generally took care of sections 1 through 25 anyway, and the basic intro. Caleb, just listing down the sections that are in S100 as we passed it. For prepping for the floor presentation, if there are any sections, I'm going to read the sections out, and if there's any sections that you would like to present on the floor, if you're interested, just this is kind of assigning sections if people would like to do something on the floor. Right. And again, the way that this will work on the floor is that this committee starts up, does its report, then there will be the amendment from Environment and Energy. And then there will be the other reports, and then it'll come back. So whatever this bill ends up looking like at the end of this process will be different than what we're talking about, but this is the greatest coverage of material that's in the bill. So starting with section 26, that is the section on ADU jurisdiction. It's short. These also have like one section of policy and one section. Some of them have one section of policy and one section of proposed appropriations. So what we have are section 26 is ADU jurisdiction. Section 27 is human rights attorney funding. Section 28 is aligning the penalties at $10,000 thing, which is minor. Report. Section 29 is a report. Can codes be improved? That was to the Department of Fire Safety. Can codes be improved in order to increase construction of new units? Section 30 was the rental rescue for $2.5 million. Section 31 is the home sharing money. Section 32 is a home study, which we replaced with H213. You testified on that yesterday, right?
I did.
And did they give you an indication whether they're going to vote on it?
They did. Looking good.
So that may end up eventually getting cut from here, but
Right.
we put it in here for this purpose. Section 32 was adding money to the recent appropriation for the renovations and repair program for mobile homes. Section 33 was the VHFA first generation, where it changes the definition. Section 34 was the money. Section 35 was to repeal the pilot of the missing middle home program, as it was called, and then Section 36 was to brand it as the middle income. Section 37 is a proposed appropriation. Section 38 is a revolving loan program. Section 39 is the appropriation for that. Section 40 is the VHIP expansion. And the proposed, Section 41 is proposed money. Section 42 was appropriation to VHCB. And Section 43 was the auditor of accounts plan, which we deleted. So, and we can cut, one easy way is to say, cut this up into like 3 or 4 bits, 3 or 4 sections each. So it's not just because some of these are like one line sections. So say sections 26 through 29. Again, it's ADU, it's human rights attorney, civil penalty, and the report on the codes. Anybody want to do that?
Kind of taking the perspective that I had a lot of floor time with family leave, so I'm willing to give other people the opportunity
Yeah, and I've also already, so.
to step in as needed. I'm happy to do anything.
Well, so I'm going to throw out, yeah.
I appreciate being asked. I don't feel like I should present any of this bill because I didn't vote for it. And that's kind of, I don't want to weaken the floor presentation by presenting it when someone could point out that I voted against the bill. So while I appreciate the offer, I think this is, I don't want to leave this vulnerable to that criticism on the floor. And I think that I'm happy this bill's moving forward, and I thank you all for doing it, but I don't feel it would be appropriate for me to take a part in the presentation. That's just my personal take.
Yeah, and I'm taking the opposite side of you in the sense that when we watched the Appropriations Committee do their vote, they had an 8-4 vote, and but everybody presented.
It's true.
And I think I wouldn't ask anybody to present that's something that they didn't agree with. But that's up to you. That's why I'm offering it. I know that it's a sensitive issue, but it's also it's a possibility because this is just a floor presentation.
Sure.
Dennis, would you like to take those for a second? Would you like to be asked?
Well, I was looking at the other sections,
Sure.
132 and 33, but,
Okay.
or whatever you want.
No, that's fine. If you would like to do 30, 31, 32, and 33, that's
30, 31, 30. Okay, Dennis, got it.
VHFA. So then the next section could be 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37. And then it would be 38 to 40, 42. And then the effective dates would come back to me. End of it.
I'll do 38 to 42.
Kath, do you want to do anything on the floor?
What?
Do you want to do a report on the floor?
Oh, I think that's not a great idea because I'm worried that I don't have time to prepare it properly. Unless you want me to.
No,
Happy to do
just-
something.
I'm offering you the.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks.
There are folks who are
Very good interest.
Thanks, Todd.
I have you penciled in for each 21 if we get it across.
Right.
Mary, do you have any interest in anything right now?
Unable to follow along. What is left? I don't want to do 38 to 42.
Okay, do you want to do nothing?
Do you know what the time frame is? Is it next week or the week after?
I don't, I can't speak. I mean, bill is coming out of that committee, today. And it has to go to the money committee, so I would say the earliest it would be, I mean, if you want to concentrate on 103, then I think that's quite reasonable. And I think you should, because it's,
Much as I'd like to do these sections, I don't think it would be doing them justice for me to try to do everything in the same week.
If I could get a little bit of guidance, I'll do 30 to 39. Or do you think I'm biting off more than I can chew?
Oh, I don't think you are. I mean, just let's go around and see. Ashley, do you have any interest in floor presentation time?
Not especially. I feel vastly uncomfortable with the idea of presenting on this bill without knowing what that first half of the bill looks like. So if I can take a look at, I think they're voting it out today. If it's something that I agree with, I might be interested, but right now I don't want my name on there.
And Saudi, you want to concentrate on S100 for now? Or would you like to do
Give me
any of this?
103. Give me 103.
S103?
I do want to focus on S103. And however, I would consider I would possibly consider for 38 and 42.
That's fine. You'll let me know on Tuesday.
Yes.
I've worked on.
Yes.
Okay.
Our amendment that we passed yesterday
Yes.
would, if accepted by the Environment Committee, would that revise these sections? Or would it be as amended?
We wouldn't. Again, we're still trying to find the process on it. So if we were able to amend, I think we would be able to, it would be their amendment. And we would explain what.
I mean, I'm just thinking like this has, as it was passed, said,
It was section 37 that had a 2.5 million in it.
Right.
And then that's pretty much where the amendment would be aimed for.
and then 184 would just be another section.
But for the first presentation, this is what we're doing.
Okay.
So, Dennis, do you want to do 31 through 37?
Sure.
Yes, and of course,
31 through 37. Okay, not 30.
and of course, there will be guidance, Dennis.
You're 37.
So I'll give you 26 to 20. Unless did you want to do 20, did you want to do anything?
Sure. What What's left?
26 through 29.
No, you gave Dennis 30, to 31, so then that will be 30. Is Dennis doing
Oh,
31 or 30?
No, Dennis would start at 30. Dennis would start at 30. Yeah.
30 to 30,
That,
37, right?
And
26.
then so it'd be 26 to 29. All right. So we'll hook up next week and start to put them together, remembering where to put in your speech, and now I yield the floor to et cetera, et cetera. And we can talk about, just everything we need to talk about. But this is great. This will be great. All right. We have nothing else this morning. We have 1 o'clock, we're back in here to hear a bill introduction and walkthrough of H 432 and then S 102. And I'm just, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm just bringing these forward as they're two pretty big bills that we haven't had an opportunity to introduce, and just set that up for the potential conversation that we'd have on those starting next year. So we can be done for the morning. We worked a lot this week. No problem with having a warm cup of coffee instead of.
Cold.